It's not going to be easy. It's going to be fucking hard.
Yo, yo, yo. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. TGIM. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, Cinco de Mayo today, ain't it? Oh, yeah. Good morning, guys. What's up? Like the stream on your way in. Say what's up in the chat. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up, what's up? Rabbit's Journey. Good morning, Red Nick. Good morning. Sahul, Spolt, Sam Sewer, Kelvin, X Trades, MJ, Felipe. Good morning. Vis, good morning. Justin Rogers, good to see you. Jacob. Oh, man. Christian, Cookie, Ali, Ella, Salt, Carlos, Roman, Jordan, Australia. What's up, B-Wanker? Maida, good morning. Kevy, MRX, Avneet, Zachariah, Marcus. MRX, Lorenzo. We got Miley Cyrus in the building today. Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Like the stream, like the stream, like the stream. Vote in the poll what your guys' bias is today. And market just opened up here, so let's dive into some charts, shall we? We as far as economic calendar goes, we have 10 a.m. news today with services PMI. So red folder news at 10 a.m. So we'll be mindful of that. We have traded down very close to that data low. As you guys know, on Friday, I was very adamant on hoping to see that retracement towards the data low on Friday. We did not get any sort of retracements really at all until like the very end of the day. So we never even ended up getting a TGIF on Friday. We retraced very little. I think like maybe 5 to 10% of the overall range, not anywhere near the TGIF range. I did attempt a short in the PM session, as you guys were, some of you guys may have been tuned in the Discord. And yeah, I ended up closing that trade off as we just kind of chopped sideways. It was technically a loss, but it was a very small one. Ended up just cutting it off for a small like $500 loss, and then just decided to step away for the day on Friday as we were not retracing. Now we're seeing price actually retracing towards this data low at 933. And that would be my first immediate draw, is for price to draw into that level. Looking at the weekly candles here, previous weekly candle closed very strong bullish. To me, the weekly candle is expanding to at least this buy side level here at 536. So overall on the weekly, I am bullish. So I guess you could say if I had a bias going into the beginning of the week, it would be manipulation lower to see higher. So very similar to last week. So last week on Monday, I told you guys that I wanted to see the weekly candle manipulate lower, retest this down close candle here on the weekly, and then expand higher. And that's ultimately exactly what we got. And the moves kind of played out at unfortunate times, end of the day, 2 days in a row, et cetera, et cetera. So nothing we can really do about that so much. But as far as this weekly candle goes, it's only Monday, so we'll have to see how this weekly candle prints. But that's what I kind of want to see early on. We did put another swing low in here on the weekly candles, or on the weekly chart. So I would like to see this fourth candle expansion. You know, if all things were perfect, that's what I would like to see. Looking at ES here. Yeah, we'll see if we want to get an immediate rebalance or not. We'll see how deep we want to manipulate, obviously. The only other thing to maybe keep in mind, that I think the only reason that maybe some people could be leaning bearish would be if you're looking at the monthly chart. Would be, you know, you're seeing price obviously trade above the previous monthly high, dig into this monthly fair value gap. So for this reason, maybe some of you guys are leaning more bearish. I was kind of under the assumption at the close of the monthly candle that potentially the May candle would want to see some retracing down inside of this wick. This wick for April is just absolutely gnarly. So that's the only thing with that I could make sense of why somebody would be bearish in the short term based off of the monthly chart. but it's just such a big range to kind of work with here. So we'll have to react and respond to what price is showing us order flow wise, probably on the lower time frames for a little bit here. Looking here at, oh gosh, the 4-hour. Oof. Kind of in some trapped order flow here. Bullish for value gap, bearish for value gap here. Prices showed in respect to both so far currently. 1 hour. A little bit of bullish SMT right now with ES at the low. And yeah, right now at the open, we're kind of we're only 4 minutes in. Right now, price is working higher, so this is fine. This is hopefully setting up that short to that data low. That's what I'd prefer to see, honestly. So that would be nice. Trading into a 15-minute gap at the moment. Is this a 1 hour as well? 1 hour as well. Let's go ahead and open some more of these up. Oops. Anyway, all right. So looking at the poll, let's see, 240 votes. 50% of the chat is bullish. That kind of makes me more bearish. Let's go. So 50% of the chat is bullish, 36% is bearish, 10% is neutral. All right. Well, let's close this off, boys, before we get too far and people start getting the answers to the test before they take the test. You know what I'm saying? The stream does have a delay, Sam. Yeah, it's probably like 4 to 8 seconds, just depending on internet connection, etc. Yes. There is a delay. There is a delay. Somalia, have I ever heard before? Yes, I have heard of Somalia. Bearish bias coming in today. We got 1 hour change in the state coming into the daily fair value gap. Currently respecting the bearish 4-hour gap. Yeah, we're in between 2 4-hour gaps, a bullish and a bearish gap at the moment. So, I want to see data low. That's kind of been my draw since Friday. That'd be nice. We do have bullish SMT that just formed though. I don't think ES, unless I missed, did ES take the data low? I don't think it did. No, okay. Nope, we're all good there. Oops. Mark it out though. Yeah, strong little move here right at the open. We are what, 7 minutes into the open here, and we got news at 10 a.m. as well, boys and girls, if you're just tuning in. So in all realities, we potentially could be waiting on that. Yeah, check the daily here. Nothing really sticks out other than these highs that are looming here for hopefully later in the week, but we will see. We will see. It is FOMC week this week, boys and girls. We have FOMC on Wednesday. No news tomorrow, so no news tomorrow will probably be a day that you'd want to be mindful of the environment that, or the condition of the market, probably, you know, within 30 minutes, just paying really close attention to how price is forming, and it could just be a seek and destroy profile tomorrow. No news, day before FOMC is all I'm saying. So I would maybe come in tomorrow with a little bit more caution is all, but we'll see how this week goes. We just absolutely been rallying ever since the the globalist Trump tanked the market on Trump. Gave us absolutely generational buying opportunities, boys and girls. Hope you guys bought. Hope you guys bought them dips. I'm doing well, Francesco. How are you? How many trades do I take per day? Well, it depends if I'm going on tilt or not. If I'm not going on tilt, 1 to 2. But call the song playing in the beginning of stream. It's actually not a song. I had to steal an audio and then download it and then add it to my stream deck. So yeah, it's not actually a song, unfortunately. Good morning, King. I'm ready to be profitable today and break my 4-week losing streak. Let's go, Cam. We got this. We got this. Also, by the way, my payout still has not been processed. I'm like weirded out a little bit. It's actually almost been, we're coming up on, this is now 5 days. I don't know what the hell's going on. They took the money out of my account, but they haven't processed the payout yet. So that's kind of a little bit of a head scratcher. Aussie, the promo for Tradeify, I assume you're talking about the 40% off for your first purchase, potentially. Right now it'll stay 30% off with the code Tyler for indefinitely, I guess, but 40% off is for first purchases, and that is going to last till May 15th. I'm not still with Top Step. I mean, I still have my XFAs. I still have those, and I'm trading with them, yeah. But I'm no longer a partner with Top Step. I think the rumors are true, boys and girls. I think the rumors are true. I think they decided to give the shaft to all the partners, all the affiliates that helped grow the brand, and they said, "Piss on you guys." That and then becoming an IB, I think is also what I heard. So it is what it is. My Fund of Futures have a similar platform like TopStep X. You can use the copy trade. I don't believe so. No, I don't believe they have Project X. Yeah, some people were asking me, he's like, I've never heard you talk about other firms before, and because obviously I put out that video yesterday explaining the Tradeify rules. We're starting to get this reversal here, boys and girls, so I'm keeping an eye on this closely. It's 9:40 right now. God, we're just so sharp. And these wicks on the 1 minute are pretty gnarly. So it's kind of making this price action here on the 1 minute look a little bit messy. Oh, yeah, shoot. The only problem is data low is so close that if we expand below here, where is price headed? Potentially this low inside the rest of this open remaining gap on the daily, possibly. But because we've already tapped into this gap and taken out the low beforehand, I don't think it's necessary that we come back there. So if anything, maybe I'd almost shift more bullish if we take out data low and then start showing signs that we're gonna move higher. But you know, anyway, people were asking like, oh, I've never heard you talk about other platforms before, but as most of you guys know, I mean, I was exclusive with Top Step, so like part of my agreement was that I couldn't talk about, promote other firms. So in a way that also kind of feels disingenuous, right? Like you can only talk about the firm that you know, I guess you're affiliated with. So I don't know. It's all up for speculation, I suppose. Yeah, I'm currently trading on trade. I'm not only trading on Tradeify, no, Felipe. What you're seeing me trade on these streams here in the morning will be Tradeify accounts, unless I ever express otherwise, probably. But yeah, no, all the firms that I'll be promoting, I will be attempting to add more of these funded accounts to my portfolio. I will be attempting to add as many Apex accounts as possible. We'll try to get to 20 and break JCap's record. Probably not this year, but hopefully soon. Soon enough. Eventually, one day, maybe, potentially, possibly. I don't know. We'll do a live on stream though. And but yeah, for the moment, Tradeify's got my stamp of approval. I was looking at them for a while. So the accounts you're seeing me trade like today is Tradeify, and then I'm not trading these Top Step X accounts at the moment until my payout hits. And for whatever reason, I took a payout on Wednesday night, and they still haven't processed it. So not sure what's going on with that. I wonder how profitable is trading the first fair value gap, LOL. Yeah, I just think there's a lot of other context that goes into it. It's nice to watch and I guess tape read it, so to speak, but if you're simply just trading the first presented fair value gap just because, I mean, you're just pattern trading, in my opinion. Like, there's nothing that would make you any different than somebody that trades bear flags or whatever other patterns there are. Rising wedges, falling wedges. What other patterns are there? You got falling wedges, rising wedges, bear flags, bull flags. You got head and shoulders patterns. Oh, what's the other one? Teacup pattern. There's some good names out there. What are some other patterns that people trade other than just like support resistance trend lines? Don't want to pay me? Yeah, so I'm like, what the hell? It's kind of seeming that way. Yeah, inverse head and shoulders. Oh yeah, you got all the harmonic patterns. I forgot about those. Deep crab, Garley patterns. The bat. You got the dick and ball pattern. That's a classic. Every trader knows that one. I don't blindly trade it first presented at strong level. Market pay attention. Yeah, exactly, Brian. Market pay attention to it, but everything's got to align with the higher time frame context, I would say. And I mean, that goes with everything though. 2022 model, unicorn model, right? You can't just blindly trade breakers and BPRs and whatever if it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense based on the higher time frame narrative. And I'm sure like some traders, because I'll be honest, for some of you guys that are listening that might be a little bit newer to ICT concepts, every time I used to hear other traders say stuff like that, it would actually piss me off. Like, what the fuck does he mean? It's got to align with the higher time frame narrative. Like, it would actually annoy me when traders would say that, because I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? I'm sorry I don't have like a better cookie cutter answer for you. It's just with time it'll make sense. It really will, I promise. There's just not like if trading was as easy as recognizing a first presented fair value gap or a 2022 model on the 1 minute chart, like everybody would be mega profitable. So it's just not as easy as that. Yeah, we might end up be waiting for news at this point, boys and girls. We'll see. This is totally fine with me though, because really my short-term target is data low. And then after that it's kind of wait for more information mode for me, if I'm being honest. However, most of the chat was bullish today. Like 50, what was it? Like 54% of the chat was bullish. Yeah. What's up, Mark, by the way? Good to see you, man. The payout takes a few days usually to hit the account, but I've never had it take 5 days to just get processed. So I'm kind of a little disappointed about that. Yeah, am I lagging, guys? Or are you just talking about the delay? The stream has like a 4 to 8 second delay on YouTube. But yeah, everything looks good as far as like my connection goes. I don't think I'm lagging out or dropping any frames at the moment. Yeah, exactly, Brian. Exactly. Yeah, pretty nasty, honestly, for the opening range here. We're just trapped in here. Pretty long wicks. Wicks be wicking. Are you gonna try to catch the run to data lows? I'll try my best. I'll see if something makes sense to get positioned to catch that. Yes, that's the goal. But if we're not gonna go to data low, I obviously don't want to force it either, and then we just keep working higher. So I'm kind of waiting for something to set up here. I did not like the way that this looked. This sharp move down. I told you guys that I thought this looked kind of messy, so I just stayed away from it. And good thing I did and didn't try to short this, because this would have been an L. I mean, look at ES right now. Oh my god, this is like, ugh. But anyway, we do have an SMT here though now. So potentially could be getting ready to set this up. Macro is just beginning. The only unfortunate part is we got news in 9 minutes. So now you're kind of getting that close proximity to that top of the hour news that it's like, is it worth hopping in a trade right now, or am I better off waiting a little bit if something does set up? I like this 3 minute, the way that this is starting to shape up here. 2 minute, 5. Oh boy. I'm gonna frame up what this would look like if we get like a 5 minute change in the state here. And then we were to take it to data low. We do get a 1 to 2 out of this if we can get, obviously, the retest after the close. Three minutes left on this. I kind of don't mind this. If we can get this. I do use IFEGs as well, yeah. I got to be pretty confident with like not only the draw but also like the timing of my trade as well. Like usually, if you guys see me taking inverse fair value gaps, generally I'm always in the macro. I'm not really trading around any sort of like big news drivers unless it's after the news has already passed. Like you're probably asking because you're assuming like would I trade this inversion fair value gap? You could. I'm just for now opting not to really do that for now and wait for like an actual closure of some structure here. I think I'd feel a little bit better about that. Just in terms of a confidence level. But I'm also waiting for structure could potentially also force me to stay patient, right? Because if a good setup does not form before the news, then I really don't want to be involved. If it does, great. If not, though, then I'm fine waiting. We got like a minute and a half left on this 5 minute candle, boys and girls. Thinking though, my plan will be if we get a closure here, below this down close candle here on the 5-minute, and then we can revisit it, I'm going to set a limit there with my stop at the high and see if we can get a push to data lows. Maybe use the news as a catalyst to get us there. But if we don't get that closure, I'll just wait. I have 150K straight to sim funded accounts with Tradeify, Sone. I haven't set it up yet to where I'm copy trading, but we'll get there in due time. I don't think we're going to get this closure, boys and girls. Yeah, no closure, so no trade. That's fine with me. We'll wait. We got news in 5. Felipe, it's never a set number of contracts really. It's I'm usually risking under like about $750 on a 150K account. More like 250-ish, 250 to 300 on a 50K. So whatever contract amount, I'm not really, I just adjust that based on the size of my stop loss. They do not have their own trade copier. You'd have to trade copy either via Tradeivate directly on Tradeivate's platform. Otherwise, I'm going to be trying out TradeSyncer, and that will allow me to execute on TradingView, and it'll still be able to copy to my other accounts. The reason I haven't started with them yet is because I heard that they're having some copying issues at the moment. So I was just kind of stalling and letting them hopefully resolve all those and then jump in and then give them a try. And then they had asked me about a partnership, and I basically said I wanted to try them out for myself before I start blasting affiliate links associated with them to you guys. See, I'm looking out for yous. I'm looking out for yous, boys and girls. I'm not sitting here just trying to ram stuff down your throat just because I can. Maybe I should start. Probably be rich by now. Man. Trying to do the right thing here. Trying to be the good guy. The rules was back up. Wait, what? Like the rules and best check them out. Doesn't the big candle on the H1 change your bias? Bullish. Does it change my bias? I mean, maybe after the closure of it, I could see that, but no. Waiting for these closures. You guys know how these candles can form. Like you'll see price moving in a certain way, and you'll be thinking, "Oh my God, we're going long, we're going short," and then before you know it, by the close of the candle, hourly, 4-hour, whatever you're looking at, 15-minute, you'll see all of a sudden it'll look totally different. So, I really don't ever entertain changing any biases ever until we get like candle closures disrespecting PD arrays that are in the way, if that makes sense. Right? I try not to change my bias too much by looking at like these lower time frames. And I know you mentioned the hourly, so I'm not saying that you were talking about lower time frames necessarily, but this hourly candle is about to close here in the next 2 minutes. I'm sorry, my camera's kind of blocking it, but at that point, you know, yeah, you could absolutely make that case, right? Even if you're just going for short-term buys into here, you can make sense of that as well. Clean out some of this internal range liquidity in here. But this 1 hour fair value gap is about to be inversed. This bearish gap right in here. If I can. And now that we're actually going to be getting a closure above, to me, yeah, you can make a lot more sense of longs after that. But that's why I wasn't looking for longs at all beforehand, if that makes sense. Yeah, we do have some SMTs at the lows. We are not respecting any SMT divergences at the highs. We have news in 30 seconds, boys and girls. Let's see what the news does. Price ended up kind of being pretty choppy here, I would say, as we awaited the news event at 10 a.m. But yeah, SMT had this low here with the ES before this pump to the upside. SMT at the lows. Just listen to the poll and break your own rules. Exactly. Listen. The chat always knows best. There's no... Wow. Look at this. The chat always knows best. There's got to be somebody out there that's willing to test the theory, right? Like, who's gonna be the first streamer to make a YouTube channel and all they do is take trades from the chat? Do you guys think that do you guys think that that strategy would work well or not so much? On days like this, do you trade PM hoping for better PA? I mean, price action, like we were waiting for news, so it really hasn't been determined yet if price action is going to be terrible all morning or not. But I mean, yeah, whenever price action is, when I feel like it doesn't give me a clean delivery to an objective that I outline in the morning, then I'm always more prone to trading in the PM and seeing if I can identify the afternoon draw and trade into that. So yeah, it just kind of depends on if my objective is met or not. Denzel says he just hit TP. Look at you, Denzel. Oh. Yeah, this thing is moving, huh? Moving we are. 4-hour candle also closed, by the way. And this is kind of what we were talking about. Obviously, at the beginning of stream, how we're trapped in between these two PD arrays. Bullish fair value gap here. Bearish, it's really a BPR up here. And the 4-hour candle closed right here. So that's not really giving us a whole lot to go off of. And now we're in the new 4-hour stick. We just took out this high here. So you guys can see why I'm hesitating on pulling triggers on longs. At least I hope you can see it. Like, hope you don't need me to explain it 10 times. The chat method. Oh my god. Listen, guys, I don't know if I have enough money. I don't know if I have enough money to copy the chat. Oh my god, I'll be homeless, I think. No offense. No offense. Well, actually, no, technically, according to you guys, I'd be the wealthiest trader that ever walked the face of the earth. But it's my humble opinion. That I'll likely be in a cardboard box. Listen, the last time I asked the chat where to put where to take an entry and where to put my stop loss, somebody told me to put 1,000-point stop loss. So open a demo account and TradeAvate kind of tricky. Will you maybe make a video explaining how to add stop loss and TPs, etc.? Sone, are you trading on TradeAvate directly, or are you trading on TradeAvate via TradingView? Would it hit TP? Tyler, Tyler, you told me to short risk everything at 19K with 1,000-point stop loss. Currently, we're above 20K, so I don't think I would have hit TP actually. Well, look at this BPR. Okay. Come on, Bulls. Where you at? Look at that. Jesus. See if we can leave this behind. Maybe I'll take this. I can't talk shit too soon. It'll bite me. I don't like that we're trading down into this 5-minute and now we're kind of holding it. I want to see this 50% of this wick hold. 2-minute, 3. Okay, there's nothing. I'm going to go ahead and give this short a try, boys and girls, if I can get picked up on this limit to the data lows. You could already be in. There's already a 1-minute inversion. I kind of wanted to see the BPR get formed officially with this candle closure here. Oh boy, we're just going to run now. Come on. Don't do it. Wick back up there one more time, please. There's midnight again. Okay, guys, I'm in here. I'm going to take the entry there. See if we can get this continuation lower. Want to see this hold. So really, I'm trading off this BPR. If this fails, I'm cooked. Yeah, we hit first presentation again. Taking this trade on a scale of 0 to 10, how confident are you in this trade? How confident? Well, I mean, it checks all my boxes. It's in alignment with my bias going into the day, wanting to see that data low be ran out. We traded up. We took out this internal buy side level, and we formed this in the macro here, this BPR. So my confidence is the only thing that is weighing on the confidence is just the fact that we're kind of trapped in between these two PD arrays. You know, so I'd maybe give it like a 7. Not worthy of a 10, but I'd say a 7. Solid, strong 7 though. And then either it works or it doesn't. I know, guys. I see the equal highs with Asia. Look, it's on my charts right here. How can I miss it? You are in? It looks, I think I'm in, yeah. Yeah. I think the 2-minute looks the cleanest right now. I kind of have to pee. Your boy's hydrated. What's up, Rinks? Don't equal highs with Asia right now scare you. Oh, don't equal highs with Asia right now scare you as draw. I'd imagine those get swept first if we want to continue lower. No, it doesn't scare me. I'm willing to play this in the macro. This is give me kind of what I'm looking for, so I wouldn't say it scares me. No, we did come down and we retested first presented fair value gap. We did hit that 1 hour inversion as well. That would scare me more so, I guess, that we just continue higher. But no, I'm looking to catch trades to my draw. So to me, I'm just following my plan, and either I'm right or I'm wrong. But this was the plan that I had coming into the morning, so I'm just sticking with that regardless of how this looks here. My risk is managed, so if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Why you bearish? Bro, why is you bearish? Aren't you scared of Asia high? Bro, what about Asia highs? Don't you think we sweep them? You said you would stop saying that? Yeah. Well, I lied. What are you gonna do about it? Listen, I'm happy to be partnered with a firm that wants me. You know? Respecting the BPR, Pyramid 8 more micros. Listen, I'm not an expert. I don't pretend to be an expert on pyramiding and adding to positions, but I don't like the conditions enough to think this is conducive enough environment to be adding micros. Like, you got to be like 10 out of 10 confident on a trade, I would say, to be even worrying about adding anything. And as we've already uncovered, I'm like a 7 right now. May I ask which prop you recommend in terms of passing and payout? You know, I guess there's a lot of clarifying questions that I could ask, because I guess I could give you a couple different answers depending on what you're looking for. May I ask which prop you recommend in terms of passing and payout? Yeah, I guess it kind of just depends on what you're looking for, honestly. I would say, if you're somebody that's confident in their strategy and their abilities, I would say that Tradeify is a great option for you to go straight to funded. The evals are also 1 day pass amongst the other firms are all 1 day pass. The only one that's not is Top Step. And I just don't like spending a lot of time in evals at this point. Which is why I think like I said, if you're confident in your abilities, I don't know why you wouldn't trade straight to funded. I think if you're still kind of refining your edge and your strategy and you're practicing ideas, you know, then definitely go the eval route. Don't go the straight to funded, because you don't want to be, because you'll lose more money, right? They're more expensive for a reason, because you get to bypass the whole eval phase and get right into trading money that you could withdraw. So it really just depends on where you're at in your trading. Not really moving very well in here. We're just sideways. Yeah, I wanted this to be a lot quicker than this. I'll probably put it, if needed. I mean, who knows if this would even be needed. I would like to think that it wouldn't be, but I would say I would have a time stop on this at like 10:30, roughly, if we're still stuck here. Jose, just because I'm not willing to hold it all the way through till the next macro. But I do want to give like this current 15-minute candlestick time to print, because I want to see, if I'm bearish, I want to see 50% of the wick respect and then see this candle flip back bearish. If it doesn't, I'll be wrong. We'll go higher. I'll just take the L. But I don't want to like cut it now and then this 15-minute candle flips and the idea plays out. So that's why 10:30 sounds good to me if we're still here. I agree, it's spending too much time in the BPR, yeah. Like I said, I wanted to see this be a quick move, which we didn't get. Entry came right at the end of the macro. Go long, pair. Go long. Go get them Asia highs. You guys have been fiending for those Asian highs. Go get them. My risk currently on this trade is how many? Fuck, I can't see it. Did I do 8 or 9? Oh, 8. Not that. 796. Michael says, I'm out. Taking too long for my liking. Now it will dump. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I mean, we'll see. But I would say the same thing. Like, if I was Michael and I closed this trade early and then it started reacting in my favor, that's exactly what I'd be thinking. And I would start to feel like I'm about to go on tilt. So I'd rather just, like, stick to my plan, let it play out. Either I'm wrong or I'm right. You know? Chat. What had just happened, chat? I don't like that. What the fuck just happened? Bro, it didn't even, like, give me a chance to do anything with that. That was crazy. There's a headline somewhere, boys. Somebody find the headline and send it to me. I don't know what that was. Michael wasn't joking. Trump is talking right now. Let's see. Michael, I knew you were the market maker, but damn. I don't see him talking anywhere. Did Trump fart? Breaking news. President farted in White House. All right, we'll let it ride. We'll let it ride. A little longer. Yeah, I don't think he's live. I think someone just said that. But that spike was something caused that. There's got to be a headline somewhere, like a... Here's what I would say, guys, though. If you're not in this trade and you saw that, now you're like getting FOMO, honestly, it'd probably be better if you don't chase this. Because I don't know what the hell that was. But you do what you want. It's your money at the end of the day. Yeah, I saw the Alcatraz thing, but that was like a while ago, right? I mean, yeah, it was five. I mean, it was 5 minutes ago. Was that it? That can't be that. That. That's not really the headline I'm expecting when I see the market do that. But rebuild and open Alcatraz for too long. America has plagued by vicious, violent, and repeat criminal offenders, the dregs of society who will never contribute anything other than misery and suffering. Ain't it crazy that like some of the stories with Alcatraz? Have you guys ever heard those? Like people escape and then they get like eaten by sharks. Wild. No wick on NQ. You're joking. Oh. Wow. What the hell? I don't know, boys. Yeah. All right, well, let's see. I mean, I might end up time stopping this out if this is not looking good by the close of this 15-minute candle. Or if we're just stuck here. I'm just not really interested in holding for another 30 minutes. We'll see, though. We got a few minutes. Would have been nice if that wick made it all the way down to our TP, though, huh? Man, could have been. I'm hacking. I wish I was hacking. Now, I will say this, though. Like, for now, I mean, we got 2.5 minutes left on this. So hopefully I don't eat my words. But, like, for now, I'm seeing what I did want to see on the 15-minute stick, which was a respect of this wick. And then, but I do want to see the 15-minute candle preferably flip back bearish. We're just wicking back and forth right here. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't like that. I don't like that spike out of nowhere, if I'm being honest. We have the same entry in opposite directions. Great. But the reason that I think there should be lower resistance through the data low is like, if you're looking here to the left, there's nothing in here that should slow this up if we're going to go here. You know, there isn't any fair value gaps in here that should slow this down. For, you know, at least another 30 minutes, this hourly closure, but I would like to see this hourly be down here, to be honest. I'll probably, I don't know, I might remove risk here at 9:30 or 10:30, sorry. If not, close the trade. Otherwise, I was probably just going to remove risk once we retest 9:30 opening price. SMT just formed. I don't see any SMT. I'm assuming you're talking about at the low. 9:30 here. I'm going to give this a couple of minutes just to see if we can move. Hopefully in my favor. Yeah, I'm not liking this too much. But we did get a favorable close on the 15-minute. I got that wick to respect and hold. This BPR is holding. So I don't want to cut it out too early. I'm trying to be patient. I'm saying all this and like, it's gonna be funny. I'll probably rewind back later and I'll say, oh, I wasn't gonna hold all the way to the next macro. Watch me end up holding all the way to the next macro anyway, and then the move happens. I'm calling it. I feel like that could be likely at this point. And everyone's gonna say, you said you were gonna close at 10:30, bro. I'm gonna say, yeah, well, shit changed. I changed my mind. The reason that I would remove risk at 9:30 open is, to me, if we hit this and we start displacing back higher, I think we're not going to see this delivery, to be honest, in the short term. So that'd just be my reason for it. Because like I said, there's to me, looking at this price, there's not really a reason this should be held up in here. So like if we wick down to here and then come all the way back up, I'm just not really interested in it anymore, to be honest. Like this should just sell right through. If what I'm envisioning is correct. The only thing that I'll have to maybe be mindful of here will be like ES taking the data low first, potentially, which I don't think it will. Yeah, I don't think that'll happen. Held up here because VWAP, bro. No way. Ah, fuck, he's right. He's right. No. Damn VWAP. ICT is looking for the lows. You're saying there's a chance. All right, well, you heard it here. You heard it from Jan in the chat, boys and girls. If this just randomly flies higher and I take an L, it's ICT's fault, not mine. He said it. We're all just signal botting right now. There we go. Come on, little fella. You can do it. Get that old ass of yours in the end zone. We got to win this thing. Come on. Taking out this low here. If we can stay below this and close, this should act as a bearish breaker. Looking good. I'm just going to go ahead and take the risk off now, boys and girls. I don't think I'd want to see this come back. Hey, it worked out so far. We're risk-free, so now we just need the follow-through. Nope is not coming back. How do you know? Seriously, how do you know that? Oh my god, I gotta pee. I maybe should go pee quick. I mean, you can partial if you want. I don't think I'm gonna partial at all. We just hit 9:30 open. So let's see, guys. You guys were asking about 9:30 open. Let's see what kind of sensitivity it shows, if any. I'd like to see it just rip right through here. I know. 15-second. All right, A. A, if it comes back and stops at break even, you have to pay me what I was gonna make. Deal? Deal or no deal? Do we do the deal or we not do the deal? Oh, weird. 9:30 open, showing some sensitivity. Well, who would have thought? Who would have thought, boys? Break even stop incoming, looks like. Yep. Stop that break even. Gay. Gay, gay, gay. This is just nasty, though. Look at this 15-minute. Fuck this. Tyler, what's so special about 9:30, bro? Any more questions? Yeah, I should have just went pee. What the fuck? Whatever. We're holding it now. Look at this thing flipping on a dime. Look at 9:30. That'd have been a snipe for a long, apparently. Nice. Carlos said his stop must have been this low. You said 0.75 from your stop out. That's crazy. They saved you. They salvaged you, Carlos. Sheesh. Danny, the best way to copy against multiple props, depending on, I mean, I'm looking into TradeSync right now. I think a lot of people have, like some people in the chat probably already have experience with TradeSync, so you could maybe ask them as well. That's an option. Otherwise, if you're trading on NinjaTrader, Replicanto. Is it Replicanto or Flowbots? I don't even know. Or is that the same thing? That's also an option as well. I'll have more useful information and advice to give on all that here shortly, hopefully. Well, shucks, guys. See this 15-minute candle flipping all the way back bullish now. Yeah, this hourly candle staying, what's the best way to put it? Staying, showing respect to this hourly inversion. And yeah, this price action on the lower time frames at least looks like it's wanting to make a flip for higher. As the chat is already very well aware, we got equal Asia highs. Ain't it kind of nice when both me and the chat are right in a way? I mean, I was right enough to be break even, but you guys might get those Asia highs after all. Can you copy from Tradeovate to Rhythmic accounts? Can you copy from Tradeovate to Rhythmic accounts? I think with those softwares, those copy trading softwares, you can connect both Tradeovate and Rhythmic accounts. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong though. I don't know. I've never used Rhythmic. Don't worry, guys. When I get into all that stuff and I'm copy trading across multiple firms as well, I'll absolutely make tutorial videos on all this stuff. That will be helpful. So Tier, how was I your liquidity when I got stopped at break even? Also, I don't know if a sim funded account really is can you really even call that liquidity? Hey, I'm just happy I stuck to my plan. I let the trade play out, got me to a logical break-even point. Went break-even. I said if this reverses against me at 930, I think we probably go higher. And sure shit, we tapped 930 almost perfectly on the dot, and now we're going higher. So, I mean, I give myself an A+ for sticking to my plan. Exactly, Michael. The only liquidity that we have is the liquidity that we well, never mind. I've been holding this trade for 48 minutes. Let's see TBM try doing that. Listen, but the thing is, if you're trading on Apex, here's the problem though. Like, bro, these conditions, if you're not a scalper and you're trading on Apex, this is where it gets a little tricky because I feel like it's got to be a pretty easy thing to do to have that intraday trailing drawdowns, you know, really mess with your account if you are, you know, letting trades go back against you so much. Depending on how much size you put on too, right? So, yeah, it could get tricky. You got to be mindful of that. These conditions really make it tough. When no fair value gap printing on the 15 and 5 minute, I stay clear as high resistance even with correct draw on liquidity off and lose. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you guys can see we've been looking at this 15-minute chart. This is wicks be wicking here on the 15 and on the 5. You guys see me kind of bouncing around these time frames. I mean, this is very barcodey in here, but I guess I can't say there was no imbalances on the higher time frame. Looks like there was a 30-minute fair value gap that did print in here. So don't quote me on that. I guess we did get a 30-minute. Not that it really matters, but barcodey, you like that? So anyway, yeah, I mean, we got next macro here in like 4 minutes. We'll see what this next macro brings. Potentially could set up the same idea. I would say if Asia highs get ran here, which I think is pretty likely at this point. If Asia highs get ran here, I'll probably be looking to target the same reversal opportunity, if I'm being totally honest. We'll just have to see how it all plays out here. But we got macro in a few. It would kind of make a lot of sense too if we got this hour, like ideally, we get this hourly PO3. If you can picture, next hourly candle opens up, we trade through the Asia highs, we hit this fair value gap here to the left, and then we set up that reversal for lower. I think that would make a lot of sense. That would definitely be clean. Although I'm sure some of you guys are probably looking for new highs potentially. We'll find out soon enough, won't we? Asia equal highs are 111. We'll just call it 112. 111 and 3/4. Yeah, man. Well, shoot. Let me do a P&L check now, and then I'll do one later at the end of the session before we go. I just want to see. I want to see how people are doing so far in the little bit of a chop fest going on. What's up, Toasted? Yeah, I took one trade, got stopped at break even. I tried for shorts in the 2-minute BPR. Where's my settings? 2-minute BPR here. I did kind of front run the entry a little bit when we got the pullback to this order block, and just wanted to see the bear BPR hold. We got this move away. Once we started getting towards 9:30 open, I removed risk. We hit 9:30 open. We just absolutely started flying. So yeah, stopped that break even on that. Wanted to see data low. Still might get it. But I tell you this, when price was going against me up here, there was a handful of people in the chat telling me to cut it. Half were probably trolling, half were probably serious. And then we sold off. Was able to go break even. So imagine if I would have cut it for a loss and then this happened. Oh my god. You know what's crazy is, like, this is the problem with doing stuff like that. Let me know if you guys can relate to this. This is the biggest problem with doing stuff like that, and that's why I try not to make a habit of doing it too much. It's just something that makes me want to go fucking on tilt. What do I mean by that? So, like, let's say, hypothetically, the trade's kind of working against me. I'm taking on some heat. Like, my stop, this is what you know what I mean? We take trades and we put our stop loss at a level, but yet we'll, like, as it's going against you, like, you'll think, oh, fuck, I should cut it. Oh, my God, we inversed this fair value gap, whatever. I should cut the trade now. Like, you kind of throw everything out the window because you're getting freaked out. And then it's like, okay, let's say you cut the trade and then it starts going in your favor. Your initial instinct, at least my initial instinct, is like, oh my God, I was right. Let me fucking chase this trade now. So then I'm looking for re-entries. So in this example, I'm able to go break even, potentially save myself from a loss now, right? But like if I re-entered this trade, like let's say I wanted to get the retracement back up, maybe I even sell off this breaker, maybe I use the 5-minute change in the state here, and we get the retest, and I'm re-entering. Now I'm taking an L, all because I didn't follow my plan, and I'm trying to tilt my way back into the trade, and that FOMO takes over, you know. So yeah, I really try not to make a habit of getting freaked out on the lower time frames. It's easier said than done sometimes. Every once in a while I make the mistake and I don't follow my own plan. But I like to think that I don't do it very often anymore, because I know that it will make me want to go on tilt if it works out. My data low is at 933. It's the 8:30 opening candle from 8:30 opening candle from Friday. That's when the news came out for NFP. Sandrika, I can't listen at this point. It's such a running joke. Why you bearish? That I can't tell when people are actually genuinely asking in the chat. Like Sandrika says, "Can I ask why you are bearish?" The reason that I'm bearish is because I want to see manipulation lower. For the current weekly candle, I'd like to see manipulation lower to then go higher, but kind of similar to last week. So I'm expecting like the first couple of days of the week here to maybe print lower, maybe all the way through Wednesday and FOMC. Print lower, and then second half of the week we rally for new highs. That's what I want to see, at least. And I know this data low will act as a strong draw. It's just really a matter of timing it out. What's up, Michael? What's up, Michael? Yeah, boys, like the stream if you're enjoying yourself, at least. If you're enjoying the Chop Fest, looking at the poll. We got like 187 votes so far, and it's kind of a mixed bag. A lot of flat, though, so it's, I mean, good condition to be flat in. 34% red, 20% green, and let's see. 95 likes, boys. We got to bump those up. Those are rookie numbers. Rookie numbers. We got to bump those numbers up. First presented from May 2nd. Oh my God, you have a lot of stuff on your chart. If you're, damn. Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm not one of those traders that has this like endless previous levels on my chart. There's probably times it would come in handy, but I feel like a lot of the times just having too much on my chart makes me overthink things. Asia high. But yo, it's just crazy. This 930 opening price was just a literal snipe for this long move. Just an absolute snipe. That's funny. Yeah, Ella, I use new week opening gap and new day opening gap. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say I use them as I wouldn't say it's like, priority number one for me. Like I still am looking at draw liquidity and power of three, order flow over everything pretty much. But yeah, they're levels that I'll keep in mind and pay attention to for sure. Because the thing is, you gotta have all the narrative right to determine what PD arrays are gonna fail and which ones are gonna work, right? It can be really frustrating if you're looking at all these different PD arrays and you're just expecting a reversal to take place simply because we're in a gap, we're hitting this, we're hitting that. But that's why it is important to have a bias, because you need to be able to discern which ones are going to fail and which ones are going to work with some level of accuracy, right? You're not going to get it right all the time, but you got to have something that's going to allow you to differentiate. Otherwise, you'll literally drive yourself crazy and you'll just be feeling like you're totally guessing. Tyler, how do you get the drawing tool you got below with the settings like that with the line RR tool all together at the bottom like that? What do you mean? Like this? This is your favorite bar, toolbar. So if you click this little, oh shoot. If you click the star in the bottom left of your trading view, my camera's blocking it. If you click the star in the bottom of your trading view, make sure it's toggled on. All of your drawings and stuff here from the left that you've favorited will show up on this toolbar down here. So that's how you get that. DX Gaming, I'm not ignoring you. What's up? I was just kind of sifting through the chat and just reading questions instead of just the people saying hi. Macro, like we're about to get to the top of the hour here, boys and girls. Asia highs being ran here. I guess congrats to those of you guys that were longing into those Asia highs. Sounded like Carlos got salvaged on his stop loss by less than a point. Shout out Carlos. Settings for premium and discount box. Yo. That one's simple enough. I'm not going to give you the answer to that. Is that I don't even, is that can't be a real question. Settings for premium and discount box. Settings for session highs and lows. Are you talking about on the indicator here? There you go. Make sure you're on New York time. Five, four, three, two, one. There you go. All right, new hourly candlestick opening here in a minute. See if we can frame a power of 3 for lower. If this just pumps higher from here, well then that might be just GG's. But hourly fair value gap here above price. Wouldn't mind seeing hourly PO3 into this. And then hopefully lower to data low. Will I go another trade? Maybe. I might. I'm definitely open to it. You guys are really trying to figure out the Gone box settings, huh? Guys, is it really that hard? Jesus. It's 50%, dog. Don't overthink it, boys. Oh my goodness. It doesn't you don't need to have it red and green either. It could be this is my premium discount template. I think you have a blank one. If you just want to measure 50% without the pretty colors. You guys are thinking too hard here. Don't overheat on me. Oh man. No, yeah, I probably should be a little bit more understanding. At some point in my trading career, I was probably still trying to figure some stuff out too, so I take it back. There's no such thing as a stupid question until, well, I can't say that either. There is sometimes a stupid thing, such a thing as a stupid question, but I remember like when I was first getting into trading, and I felt like it was such a huge epiphany for me. Like the first time I understood that the time frame of the chart that you're looking at is telling you how much time is captured in the candlestick, right? So like the 1 minute chart, the candles are 1 minute of time each. Like I remember the first time I learned that, I was like, oh my God, this makes so much sense now. Do you guys remember those moments when you first got into trading and you literally learned the most basic stuff? And you were just like, oh my God, this is awesome. I'm starting to understand this. You were just entering the rabbit hole. What do you think is the most important thing for new traders to become profitable? Ella, what a great question. Chat, let me know your thoughts on this as well. There's no such thing as really as a wrong answer. There's a lot that goes into it. What do you think is the most important thing for a new trader to become profitable? The most important thing for a trader to become profitable is to be process driven and not result driven. Everybody starts trading because they want to make a lot of money, and everybody loses money in the beginning because they're trying to make money. They're not focused on their process. They're not focused on their risk management, their discipline, and they are trying to get rich quick. Let's just call a spade a spade. Everybody gets into trading because they want to create generational wealth, but yet they trade like they're trying to retire tomorrow. So if you can trade, get started trading, and do it in a way to where you're not in a rush. You're not trying to replace your job's income your first year with trading, because that's not really realistic. And you don't go strategy hopping every time you take a loss. You commit to a strategy. I believe firmly, I forget where I heard this, but I heard someone say one time that you actually haven't even given a strategy any sort of chance if you haven't traded on it for a minimum 1 year. And when you think about all the traders, like you hear all these stories that these traders don't make money usually their first couple years in trading. What are they usually doing in that couple year period of time? It's not like somebody got started trading and they weren't profitable trading the exact same system, the exact same model or strategy for those 2 years. No, they did a lot of strategy jumping in there, a lot of gambling, guessing, revenge trading. That's not a strategy either. That's all the bad habits that traders fail because of. So how do you avoid those things? Well, the reality is for most traders, you're going to need to burn yourself enough times where you kind of figure out like, oh shit, what these guys are saying is actually true. Maybe I shouldn't be a ding dong. So for the people that are smart enough to learn from others' mistakes, trust me, pick one thing and stick with it. Just fucking stick with it. Maybe it'll be hard at times, but guess what? That chart time, that experience, those losses, at least you're going to actually be learning from the losses. You don't learn shit when you lose and then jump to something else, because that's going to lose too. So you have to be focused on the process of becoming a good trader, which sounds cliche. It sounds cheesy, but it's just because it's cheesy doesn't mean it's not true. And yeah, just don't be in a rush. Don't be in a rush. If you focus on doing the things that you can control well, the profits, I believe, will come 100%. That's it. That's what I'd say. Hopefully that answers your question, Ella. Good question. Also, your chat just disappeared, so I don't know why that happened, but it's been a year. I know 2022 Silver Bullet, MMXM, most of ICT strategy, but I still can't be profitable. Yeah, so again, when it comes to trading ICT concepts, guys, it is absolutely not as simple as just understanding the concepts on the chart. You can that'll take you a certain distance, but you're truly reading price action from top down. I mean, literally from top down, the highest time frame to the lowest time frame, and you need to be in alignment with the higher time frame at all times. Like that's what I was saying earlier. You have to be able to have some bias to where you can figure out what PD arrays are going to fail and which ones are going to actually work. But you're still just trading with probabilities at the end of the day. You're trying to figure out how can you position yourself to be in the highest probability of success. That's all trading is. It's not guaranteed. Sometimes the best probability trades that you can put yourself in will still lose. That's why you still have to have risk management. If you don't have risk management, nothing will work for you. Even if you're just guessing, even if you're flipping a coin and just heads or tails, like you still have to have risk management. Otherwise, everything goes out the window. You guys hear my dog sneezing? Nice. Now he's licking himself. Maybe he's getting turned on by all this fire advice I'm giving. I'm just dropping bars on here. He's over here licking himself next to me. That's fantastic. Hey, stop. That's gross. What the hell, guys? This is boring. Boo! I thought today would be better than tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow, just out of nowhere, be just amazing. Totally unexpected. Everyone's cautious. Everyone's cautious tomorrow because there's no news before FOMC, and all of a sudden tomorrow just ends up being just gorgeous. Could you imagine? But yeah, I still want to give it. I'm trying to stay patient because I know the moment I shut this stream off, it's gonna like the move's gonna happen. I'm not blushing today. Listen, I don't know. I only blush sometimes. I don't know what causes it. You probably a stop loss. Cause I get fucking pissed. And then usually the chat starts trolling a lot. So my brain's working at overtime trying to come up with ways to troll the chat back. So, no. Oh yeah, I forgot, Carlos. ICT did want to see the lows as well, huh? Yeah, that's right. Forgot about that. I imagine probably the data lows. I don't know. That'd be my guess. To me though, if we lose this gap, I think we could see those lower prices here soon. But if this holds, and I agree with what somebody said in the chat. They said that we're still in discount of the hourly range, which they're correct. I believe. Let me measure it out. We might be actually pretty close. Yeah, so we are still in discount of the hourly range. It's not a coincidence that the discount of the range does line up with this hourly fair value gap. So that's what I did mark out, and I said I wanted to see this new hour power of 3 into that hourly, into that gap. And then maybe set up lower. So yeah, 50% of the gap, or 50% of the range lines up perfectly with that gap. So I don't think that's not a quinky dink, you know. But my dog is whining to go outside. No way, we gotta start fading the mentor. Where did he post this? Was this in his Telegram? I have his Telegram muted. Let me pull it up here. Let me see if I missed something. I don't want to leave it because that just would be mean. What are you guys talking about? The first thing I see when I open it up is a long. You guys high? Or lying? Or both? The first thing I see is a long that he took from 20,031. Where does he say he wants the lows? Oh, he said I have 993 sell side noted at 8:35 my time. So 9:35 New York time. He said 993 sell side. 993 sell side. What? Oh, I guess we hit that technically, didn't we? You guys are giving bad information. He said at 5 minutes after that he wanted 930 or 993. So this is right here when he sent that message. It sold off. Takes out sell side at 993 here. And now he said he had 98 buy side, 20,098 buy side. At right before the news hit. Right before the news hit, he said 20,098 buy side, so that got ran out here with the news. Hey, turns out you guys were capping. It actually looks like he called it to a T. It was on X. Oh, let me see. Let me check X. It looks like he called it to a T on Telegram. Where did he say it? Where did he say it? That's weird. He said 10 a.m. news, nothing I like yet. And then he posts the long first presented fair value gap inside volume imbalance. And lucky run to 15-minute buy side after sell side raid. I'm hiding my indicator settings so the course sellers don't get on my level. That must be a troll. Difficulty today, 6 out of 10. Yeah, that's fair. 6 out of 10. What do you guys agree with that assessment? I would say so. 6 out of 10 difficulty. Yeah. See, this is the stuff. This is the stuff I like. He goes, 2 things that get under my skin and will likely get you blocked. Telling me you made money on the tape reading analysis I give for free. 2, complaining in any form. Bro, I agree. That shit's so annoying. Which is why you guys see me have like short fuses with some people and I just put them right in timeout. I'm like, whatever. Get the fuck out of here. Plus, it's distracting. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't see anything different on his X that maybe I'm missing something, but yeah, I don't know. It looks like he called it to a T today, to be honest. And that's not me glazing. Me being honest. I am still potentially looking for trades here. Yeah, maybe want to see these shorts to data lows. I was kind of holding off to see if this would hold and push price one more drive higher. I mean, I don't love that we're not in the macro anymore. Because, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie. It'd be nice to get the rebalance first. And have a 1 hour gap sponsor the move lower would be nice. However, ES looks like every once in a while this will happen though. There can be a little wrinkle in the plan, right? So like sometimes you'll see ES will rebalance and will hit the PD array that you're maybe looking at, and then NQ will not, or maybe vice versa. And we can see that ES has tapped into that level. So every once in a while, that's how it can sometimes work out. Let's see here though. If we keep spooling lower here, I want to give it a try for sure. I just don't know if I love it enough to just short this inversion here, honestly. I don't think I like that too much right now. A lot of wicking going on here on the 5 and 3. So you got to bounce around your time frames, folks. 2 minute. Yeah, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to trade PM session. I promised a buddy I was going to go golfing with him today. Gonna be smacking some balls around, boys. Gonna be smacking some balls. You know? ICT just resetting his paper trading until he wins and shows that he traded once. And don't get me wrong, I love the guy, but I could also easily fake these trades so hard. Listen, it could be easy to fake them, but you know, I don't know. At this point, it's like I just give him the benefit of the doubt, I guess. I mean, our lives don't change either way, whether it's real or not. He said he was going to post his broker statements at the end of the year, so I think that would be if he follows through on that, then obviously a lot of people have to, you know, you got to respect it at that point, I guess, but yeah, that's the main thing is like as long as the teachings work I mean, I know that they work. I know that they work for me. So to me, that's the most important. You know, whether or not this person makes money or how much this person makes or this or that, it's like, you know what? It literally changes my bank account zero either way, right? Whether they make billions of dollars or whether they make literally nothing, it's my bank account changes exactly the same amount, you know? So, but I don't know. It's also hard for me to fathom completely. Like, I know that if I'm able to make these work in a profitable fashion and others are able to make them work in a profitable fashion, I'm supposed to believe that the guy that taught all of us all of this shit can't. That seems a little far-fetched. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not disagreeing. Like some of the criticisms that people have, I understand them, right? So I don't want to discredit those. I think, whatever. Criticism is fair. But just thinking logically, it's like, well, if I can figure it out how to make them work secondhand, I find it hard to believe that the guy that taught us all can't. You know what I'm saying? Like logically, that wouldn't make any sense. You don't get as much notoriety as he has gotten by being completely incapable, I would say. Yes, there's some good marketing strategy around it as well, but you see all these people popping up. I'm technically an ICT influencer. You could probably label me as such, and people like me wouldn't exist if the stuff didn't work. You guys wouldn't show up to any ICT live streams if it didn't work. That's just the truth. Nobody pass accounts, nobody get payouts. I mean, look at Jade Cap. Crazy. What's up, Carl? Yeah, I took one trade today. It was a short here into 930 opening price from here to here, and I ended up removing risk and getting knocked out at break even. Wanted to see the data low delivery, and now we're getting the push through Asia highs into this 1 hour gap, and I'm just staying patient here because I don't want to end the stream and then I get off, I come back, and then like the move's playing out. I feel like from your guys' perspective, that's also a little bit annoying. But I mean, I can't control the market. I can't control the market makes the moves. Don't be mad at me. That's out of my control. All right, we hit the 1 hour gap. We just rebalanced to 50% of the range as well on the hourly. We'll see if it wants to dig any higher up into this gap or not. I would say if it does kind of keep drifting higher here, I probably will close the session off, just because I do have to go tend to some responsibilities, and then I'll probably come back and just monitor this to see if we set up a move for lower to those data lows, and I'll try to catch it for sure. I'll keep you guys updated in the Discord and on X and on YouTube if that is the case. So if you're not in the Discord, feel free to jump in there. The link is somewhere in the chat if you scroll up. And if you're not already, hit the like button and subscribe on YouTube, boys and girls. Follow me on X at I'm Tyler Trades. We're trying to grow the X account this year a little bit as well. Get that ball rolling. And hey, if you guys want to try out Tradeify and or My Fun of Futures, use the link Tyler for the best available discount. If it's your first time using Tradeify, you'll get an extra discount. It's 40% off right now for first purchases. Why'd you call me Tan? Yo, did you guys see that? Did you guys see that? JJ Rid just called me Tanya, and then he deleted it. So here's my guess. My guess is he's on Tanya's stream and my stream, and he was like watching Tanya, and then he's typed Tanya in my chat, but maybe that was an accident. Clearly not, because he just asked and changed it to Tyler. I'm on to you, JJ. Yeah, that's right. You're cheating on me with Tanya. Come on. Why are you cheating on me, man? Dude, don't you think I'm better looking? Man, that's tough. Hi, Tyler. How do you usually anticipate bad market conditions, seek and destroy to avoid trading? How do you anticipate it? I usually just use the economic calendar. Also, you can also anticipate accumulation. I don't know if you'd really classify accumulation as seek and destroy necessarily, but poor conditions, I guess, just overall. Like after a big run, usually after a big expansion, you can kind of expect accumulation. Once an objective has been met, you expect accumulation to some degree most of the time. Economic calendar, day before the big three, FOMC, CPI, PPI, NFP. Well, not PPI, sorry. CPI, NFP, FOMC, which is why I don't trade generally the morning of FOMC. I wait till the afternoon. And then obviously no news days. You just have to have some caution, but it's not that you can't trade them. It's just you want to have an expectation going into each day, like to where, okay, if I see this start to play out, right? Like if you start to see conditions that are not really conducive to your style start to play out, you just might want to walk away sooner. You know what I mean? You could lower. There's other things you could do. You could lower your size. You could do all these different things. You could be more defensive with managing your trade, moving the stop to break even sooner, things like that. So there's not a one size fits all answer for how you want to approach that. It's just whatever makes the most sense for you. Because some people get pissed off and they go on tilt if they anticipate bad conditions and then they take the day off and then they come to find out later the price moved perfectly and they could have had an easy trade. So some people like to still trade and then just, maybe they limit themselves. They say, okay, if I'm wrong, I just take one loss and that's it. I just call it good. Maybe I'm going to size down, defend my trade a little bit sooner, things like that. There's no wrong answer, guys. It's really just trade in a way that puts you in an environment to not tilt. Like, I feel like that's honestly that's all trading is. How can you trade? How can you manage your positions to where you just prevent yourself from going on tilt all the time? Like, if you do that well enough, you're going to be fine. That's really the name of the game at the end of the day. It's not really about the strategy as much as it is about just controlling yourself. Nice, strong inversion here on the 1 minute, huh? Do we have SMT? Oops. I mean, not really. I kind of like that, though. I kind of like this inversion we just got. I kind of like it. I may give this a try if we can get this. We're going to get this fair value gap formed most likely in the next 12 seconds. So see if we can do this. See if we can get this, boys. Come on. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm going to go a sell limit on this 1 minute fair value gap, guys. I'm going to give this a try. Make sure ES isn't tapping it. Nice equal lows just put in. Oh, come on. Get up there. Get up there for me. Dario, do you just have one or do you have multiple? I don't know if my answer really changes too much either way, but oh, come on, bro. Get up there. If ES were to hit the gap, I would take it even if NQ wasn't there yet. But it's not looking like that's the play. Ooh. Ooh, 3 minute CISD. Oh, no. Oh, no. Do I get impatient and just jump in now? Maybe lower the size a smidge. See if we can get this pick up here quick. There we go. Okay, never mind. I take it back. I was never even considering it. It was never even a thought in my mind. All right, guys. Yeah, this is gonna be the last trade of the morning. I want to see this delivery. We repriced to 50% of the range. We hit the hourly gap. We took out Asia highs. I want to see lower still. I like this setup. I'm willing to risk it here. I got 12 micros on this. It's only 24-point stop, so it's actually a pretty cheap trade if I'm being honest. But I need to go pee, as I already mentioned earlier. So I'm gonna go do that, guys. You guys keep an eye on this. Don't let it hit my stop loss, please. Thank you. Almost forgot to mute out. You guys would have heard me peeing probably. We're back. I didn't miss too much. Let's see here. Just hit the inversion here, order block. See this move away. I would like to probably just remove risk inside of this imbalance here at New York midnight. But I really don't plan on partialing a whole lot. Maybe I could do a partial here below these equal lows, a small one. But I really want to leave most of this run to the data lows, if I'm being honest. No, I gave my dog a treat as well. I wasn't peeing quite that long. Only part of that was just me peeing. But I'm glad you guys are timing me apparently. Where is... I can maybe go break even sooner. I maybe don't have to wait for New York midnight. I'm not gonna jam it up right away, but in theory would not want to see a whole lot of sensitivity to these lows being ran out. ES is already running them out, however. That's fantastic. Yeah, I'm glad you guys time me when I go pee. I love when it just wicks in an instant and it doesn't even let you enjoy the body being below the low. It just wicks it. A 5 minute literally just closed like that as well. See if we can get this run. ICT everything. Yeah, that is the indicator. Yeah. The settings. Sure. Why not? There you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Aw, AA, where are you going? Removing risk. I'm just kind of monitoring right now. If I see something that I don't like, I could get out. I'm just not jamming my stop up yet. I'm just kind of watching this. Like if we were to get like really aggressive moves, like a really aggressive kind of move back higher here, impulse, I would maybe just cut the trade off. Yeah, I'm just not jamming the stop at all. I will move it up though once we start trading down into here. But ideally, like what I'm kind of waiting on here, we did put a swing high in on the 5 minute, but this 15-minute candle, this will be, to me, obviously easily confirmed for lower. This 15-minute candle closes in 6.5 minutes. This will confirm a swing high in the 15-minute, and I would expect us to just rip lower at that point. But mentally, in my mind, I'm like, if we get a really crazy reaction back higher, there's enough time left on the 15-minute candle that the 15-minute candle could still go put in a new high, and the swing high wouldn't be confirmed. So that would be not great. Would try to avoid that. But all looks good for now. Like to get a 5-minute closure below this low, which looks like we're about to in 30 seconds. ES is hitting the gap. I'll go break even now. ES is hitting the gap that I would break even NQ on. Yeah, I hate when like ES is outpacing NQ to the buy side targets. Now the sell side targets. That's a little annoying. I don't like that. It's one of the reasons maybe I should just trade ES and say forget NQ. Like ES just beats it to everything anyway. Appreciate the subscriptions, guys. My TP is data low. That's my final target. I will do some partialing here below these equal lows at 9:30 open. But I would like to leave most of this position run to data lows, and I'll close fully if ES runs out the data lows first, which at this point is looking like that could be the case, but we'll see where we're at. I'm break even now, guys. This is the impulse I'm talking about. This is so fucked. If this doesn't hold and it stops at break even, I am just going to be sad. Nice. Why, bro? It's 15-minute. My personal daily loss, Billy, is probably like 1,500 to 2K. Yeah. But generally, if I take 2 L's in a row and I'm risking like $750 to $800 roughly, sometimes not even that much. But yeah, if I take a couple L's in a row, usually I just call it. But that's on the 150K though. See, you just gotta get mad at it, boys. And then hopefully this bullish for value gap totally gets blown out. I will say this though. If this does get blown out, I'm not going to, but it's probably a decent ad. Finally, boys. Payout processed. I just got the email. Holy cow. 5 days later. Not sure why it took so long. No, blow out the gap, please. Blow it out. Inverse it. Come on. I can't get payouts if you just stop me out of break even all the fucking time. Yes, go. Go. Go! Can I show you the mail? Yeah, this is the top email. Congratulations on taking a payout. Just under 6K is how much the payout is. $50-minute candle close is in 40 seconds. We will confirm the swing high. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. As long as we don't get any choppy mess in here, should be good. It kind of makes me almost want to put my risk on again, if I'm being honest. But I really don't want to see red, so I'm not going to. But I think you could if you wanted. Avery, they shat on all their affiliates and are becoming a broker. At least that's the story. Who knows? Maybe they're just shitting on all the affiliates just because. That's the short answer. No, it's my second trade. But to get stopped at break even, boys. Yep, there it is. So fucking gay, honestly. But I'm not gonna. I just don't want to see red now. So I guess I'll leave it be. 2 trades today, both shorts to data lows. That was the attempt. We do have a swing higher on the 15-minute. Maybe it pays to monitor this a little bit longer. But, man. Yeah, these are the 2 trades, both break evens. The reason I went break even is we had SMT here at this low inside of this gap as well. So that was when I went break even. As you guys can see, I do want to kind of monitor this though here. Bro, you don't know how annoyed I'm gonna be if like I guess I have to break even and then this still runs. You don't know how annoyed I'm gonna be. That's why I was debating putting my wrist back on. I'll replay this if we do get this inversion ultimately. Ooh, wow, oops. What am I doing? Yeah. Shorts weren't the play yet, Michael. Not yet. But I think they're coming. I really do. I think they're coming. And I'm going to fucking catch them. If they come, I'm catching them. But yeah, this shit literally fucking came up to get me out of break even. Retested this gap again. That's so fucked. Making me work for it, dude. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. I'm in. I'm in. Let's see if we get the move now. Or if I'm retarded. So far, looking like the latter. This is the only problem with IFVGs. When you're wrong, you get the fucking worst entry possible. Jesus Christ, bro. That's not good. We get a closure above here. I'll just exit the trade, but my stop's not far from there. Bro got the best entry in the wrong direction. Literally. Oh, fucking sniped it, boys. I sniped it in the wrong direction. This is what I'm talking. This is literally exactly what I said earlier, though. When you get stopped at, like, you get stopped because you close the trade early, you get stopped at break even, and then it starts to play out in your favor. You fucking instantly. This is what I do. I go on tilt and I try to get back in because I get FOMO. All right, I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. I'm done. 2 break evens, followed by that little L. Fucking perfect example. Fucking IFEGs are gay. Dodgy's a scammer. I'm just kidding. My overtrading, yeah, that was three attempts for short. I'm kind of forcing it now. That's why I'm mad at myself, and I'm gonna get off before I fuck myself up. Yeah, I'm fucking myself up here. Gotta not do that. No, 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 no. Bad, bad, bad. Naughty, naughty, naughty. We don't want to do that. So, yeah, that's it. That's it for me, I guess. Shut up, Javi. How dare you? How dare you disagree with me? This is a cult. You need to get in line. You can always expect such big moves. You always expect such big moves, LOL. Gotta start using standard deviation for your projections. I notice how, like, nobody says shit when I'm in profit on these trades, and then, like, the moment you guys see me close a trade and drawdown, you guys instantly fucking come alive. You guys are little roaches. You guys just come alive. You go from dead to alive. You're like zombies. What's up? What's up with that? Yeah, we'll live to fight another day. That's fine. I cut the trade early. It literally did exactly what I wouldn't want to see it do instantly, so I wasn't going to stubbornly hold that. Hey, guys, guess what?
You're going to do it wrong. You're going to have transactions that don't pan out, that are profitable. And it doesn't mean you can't trade. It doesn't mean that your system's flawed. It doesn't mean that you won't eventually become long-term consistent. It just means that individual decision didn't pan out for you. And that's okay. That's one of the main takeaways I want you to understand.
So, well, yeah, I'll leave it at that. Like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to trade PM session today or not. I mean, I think I'll be able to watch maybe the early part. You guys know obviously what I'm looking for here. So, but yeah, I got to go tend to some stuff. I'll be back live tomorrow morning. 3 trades for me today. All were short attempts. 2 break evens, and then 1 that I just cut early here before I got a full stop out. Literally instant invalidation. I played this inversion because this is the gap that led to this new high. I like short because we put in this swing high here. Rebalance the range 50%. 1 hour fair value gap is sponsoring this move lower. So I wanted to play this. And yeah, we just instantly wrecked this on the 1 minute. So it is what it is. It is what it is, man. I'll be back in a little bit though to see where we're at. And if this just like jumps off a cliff, bro, I'm gonna be on suicide watch. For real, for real. Hey guys, enjoy your Monday. Appreciate you guys showing up. Like the stream before you go. Use code Tyler at checkout if you guys would be so kind and want to get some evals or straight to sim-funded accounts with Tradeify boys and girls. Hey, enjoy your day. I'll talk to you guys a little bit later on.
Sits at his desk, coffee in hand. The NASDAQ charts on his screen, he's in command. He's a day trader, chasing dollars and dreams. Using ICT concepts, he's got some tricks up his sleeves. From Fibonacci retracements to volume spread analysis, Tyler knows the smart money, he's gaining an advantage. He watches the market like a hawk in the sky. With every tick and every turn, he's catching the high. Running with the smart money, kicking up dust. Tyler trades a day trader you can trust. He's dancing with the bulls, riding with the bears, making moves, taking risks, he's a millionaire. With the bulls, riding with the bears, making moves, taking risks, he's a millionaire.